Well, what is it, Captain?
I'm sorry to disturb you, Mr. Whitney, but I'd like to put about and take the other course.
We've been all over that once. You said yourself the other course would take 2 days longer.
Well, that's true, sir, but I'm worried about the crew.
What's the matter with them?
Well, they're jumpy and upset. These are dangerous waters, sir, and we've just sighted Benkera Island.
Benkera Island? In the native language, that word means man-trap. I smell a story, Captain. Tell me more.
Well, it was deserted by pirates 100 years or so ago. No one has lived there since, but somehow the place has crept into sailors' legends. They say there's a curse on it.
This is all very interesting, Captain, but I have to be in New York by the 13th. Unless you can give me some more tangible reason, proceed on your present course.
Very good, sir.
I'd like to hear the rest of that story, Captain.
Some other time, Mr. Rainsford. I better get back to the bridge.
How'd you like the stuff, Whit?
That's great, Don. I'm sure it's going to be another bestseller.
For a great hunter, you're a pretty good rider. By the way, Rainsford, have you seen this? That's good. My knees were sure shaking when I grabbed that one.
That's a great shot, Collins. Perhaps we'll use it for the jacket.
Seriously, Rainsford, how do you keep it up year after year? Hunting all over the world, don't you ever get tired of it?
With all the money he makes?
It does pay well, but it isn't the money, really. What, then? Oh, I don't know. Love of the game, I guess. Adventure, color, excitement. Never knowing what you'll meet around the next corner. To me, it's the greatest sport in the world. Sport for the hunter, I imagine, not for the hunted. Now, take this jaguar, for instance. Look at the expression on that face. What do you suppose his feelings are? Look, Collins, there are two kinds of creatures in the world, the hunters and the hunted. I happen to be a hunter. Frankly, I'm not concerned with that fellow's feelings. As a matter of fact, he's probably enjoying himself just as much as I am. After all, he has a sporting chance of getting me. Well, I still wouldn't want to be in your shoes. You'll take one chance too many someday, then you'll get it. Please omit flowers.
Hello? Hello, Bridge. Why are you slowing down?
I'll come below shortly and explain, sir. Leadsman in the chains.
The channel is here on this chart, all right, sir.
And so are those marker lights.
I don't see anything wrong with those lights, sir.
I do. Look here. Those boys are out of position, according to this.
Why the mark 3?
3 fathoms, and we should have 6. We're too close inshore.
You're right, sir. What could have moved those lights?
What is it now?
You wanted a more tangible reason for taking the other course, Mr. Whitney.
Well?
The channel lights are in the wrong positions, according to the chart.
Charts are seldom kept up to date in this part of the world.
Well, that's true, sir, but this is no ordinary channel. It cuts between coral reefs that could slice this hull like a razor.
But
Wait a moment, Whit. Something else, Captain?
Yes, Mr. Rainsford. Sharks are following this vessel. Big ones, man-eaters. That's another reason the men are on edge. They say it's a bad sign, and I don't like it either.
Let the captain have his way with it. These deep-water men have a sixth sense which warns them of approaching danger.
Now, I've seen everything. Don Rainsford, the man who's not afraid to face any living animal jittery over an old sea legend.
I'll face anything I can see over a gun sight. But what I don't understand, I'd rather avoid.
All right, if you feel that way about it. Take the other course, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Come on, fellas, let's forget about it and have another drink. Stewart.
All right, sir.
Don't mind admitting I'll be glad when we get clear of Benkera Island.
Hello! Hello! Any water in the boiler room? Hello, engine room! Dynamo's blood. If water ever hits those hot boilers. Hello, engine room!
Rainsford, help! The shark got my foot! I can't sell.
Say, is there anybody around here? Hello? Oh, is this your house? I'm not trying to break in. I just followed the sound of the dogs. Our yacht just went down with all hands. I think I'm the only one who managed to get ashore. Well, why don't you say something? Or can't you speak English?
No, he cannot. Garib does not speak any language. He has no voice. He hears, but he cannot talk. Good evening.
Good evening. Are you the owner of this place?
Yes. My name is Krieger, Eric Krieger.
I'm glad to meet you. Very glad. I was trying to make him understand there's been a shipwreck.
A wreck? How unfortunate. Surely you are not the only survivor.
I believe I am.
Karib, go search the shore, see if there are any others. Oh, let me offer you a drink.
I guess I'm in luck.
Yeah.
The captain thought this island was uninhabited.
There's usually only myself and my servants.
Oh, thanks. I certainly needed that. How do you communicate with the mainland?
I don't. At least not often. I'm a simple man. My wants are few. I find my inspirations, even my pleasures, in solitude. But I'll see what can be done, Mr.
Rainsford. Don Rainsford.
Rainsford? Not the famous author and hunter.
I don't know about the famous part of it.
What luck. Rainsford. I, too, am a hunter. I've wanted to meet you for a long time. My safari just missed yours a few years ago in Africa, and again in Tibet. To think I would meet you here on my island. You see, your books are my Bibles. I've read everything you've ever written, and only in these have I found a knowledge that equals my own.
I'm flattered.
There is one ruling passion in my life, Rainsford, and that is the hunt. And now, how very, very fortunate I am. Pleshki. Pleshki, show Mr. Rainsford to a guest room. You must get out of these clothes at once.
They look just about the way I feel.
Pleshki will find you others. We have some for such emergencies. Oh, my guests and I were about to dine when you arrived. We'll wait for you.
Guests?
There are survivors of another wreck still in the house. They, too, are guests.
Another wreck?
Unfortunately, yes. These are dangerous waters. But we won't discuss it now.
Oh, I don't want to delay your dinner. It'll take me some time to get myself ready, and anyway,
What is it, Rainsford?
I was thinking of my friends. An hour ago, they were alive. It seems incredible.
Death is always incredible. Always for others, never for ourselves. Straight ahead, Rainsford. Just follow Pleshki.
Just one moment, Mr. Rainsford. Is there anything wrong, Mr. Rainsford?
No, nothing.
Your clothes, sir.
Thanks. Tell me, why the bars on the windows?
This was once an old castle, built by pirates, I believe. They were left over in the rebuilding.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Is there anything else, sir?
No, thank you. Come in.
Well, that's better.
Did your cab find any trace of others from the yacht?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
We finished dinner. I came up to see what's been delaying you.
Mr. Krieger, I'm afraid I'd be very poor company.
Oh, come, Rainford. Come, I insist. It will do you a world of good. What you need is some black coffee and interesting companions. I can promise you both.
Thank you, Fleshky.
Would you get coffee, sir?
Thank you, no. I'll have another brandy.
I didn't realize one of your guests was a lady.
And a most charming one, I assure you. I know it's hard to forget what happened to your friends, but as a favor to me, be careful what you say, how you act. I don't want to have her upset. You know how women are.
Of course.
May I present Mr. Rainsford, Miss Ellen Trowbridge?
Hello. This is my brother Robert.
How do you do?
How'd you do?
Say, haven't we met before?
Not that I remember.
Mr. Krieger says that you were shipwrecked, too.
Make yourself comfortable, Rainsford. Fleshke, cafe für Herrn Rainsford.
Better settle for brandy, Mr. Rainsford. This will drown your troubles.
Not just now, thanks.
The honor to be entertaining a celebrity, Miss Trowbridge. See here.
Say, you're not the man who wrote all those jungle thrillers.
Yes, Rainsford is our foremost authority on wild animals and their habits.
Thanks.
I knew I'd seen your face somewhere. It was in the newsreels. Why, your front page stuff, Mr. Rainsford. This calls for a celebration.
Bob, no more, please.
Oh, don't be like that, Ellen.
Bob.
Well, what else is there to do around here? 10 days on this island and nothing to look at but jungle and ocean. Feel as though we're living on borrowed time.
Mr. Trowbridge doesn't approve of my island.
Oh, why have you stayed?
Not because we wanted to.
What my brother means is that there's only one launch and, well, that's under repair.
Yes, you'll have to be patient a few days longer.
I can't see that Mr. Trowbridge has much to complain about. Why, here you have all the comforts of civilization in the wilderness.
Too darn lonesome. Oh, but it's swell for you, Eric. You can go hunting.
Hunting here?
He goes hunting nearly every night. Betty has you doing the same.
Yes, I hope to offer Mr. Rainsford some very unusual sports.
But what can you possibly find to hunt on such a small island?
Big game.
Of course, you're joking.
I never joke about hunting. It has been my life. I shot my first bear when I was 10. I've been hunting ever since. All over the world. I couldn't possibly tell you how many animals I've killed.
You must have had some interesting experiences.
See that big fellow up there? I had trouble with him. He gave me this.
For sheer calculating savagery, you can't beat the Cape Buffalo.
That's right. But I got him. A few weeks later, I was up and on my way to the Amazon. I had heard that the jaguars there were unusually cunning. A fallacy, my dear Rainsford, a complete fallacy. They are no match for a man with his wits about him and a high-powered rifle. I was bitterly disappointed. Then, one night, lying in my tent, unable to sleep, my head throbbing, a terrible thought began pushing its way into my mind. The idea gave me actual, very real physical pain. Hunting had begun to bore me. It had ceased to be a sporting proposition. I was too good. I always got my quarry, always.
Why didn't you handicap yourself with a lighter weapon?
I did. I gave up firearms almost entirely and became an expert with the bow. That's one of my favorites. But in time, even with that, hunting was losing its thrill. There is no greater bore than perfection. I realized what I needed was not a new weapon. Suddenly, everything became clear to me. I knew what I must do. I came here, restored this old place, and stocked my own game preserve.
With what?
Rainsford, I think I can say in all modesty, I have done a most unusual thing. I have found a new animal to hunt. One with courage, cunning, and every attribute of the ideal quarry.
I'm beginning to believe you found the descendants of the saber-toothed tiger.
Tigers have only their instinct, their claws and fangs. No, Rainsford, no. It is something far more interesting than that.
What is it?
It's no use, Mr. Rainsford. He won't tell you. He won't tell anyone. It's his secret, and he keeps it behind the locked door of that trophy room.
You've certainly got me excited. Come on, give me at least a hint.
Hint? Very well. Mine is the most dangerous game in the world.
Sorry. It's just that Mr. Krieger was so interesting that he made me realize the danger. Sorry.
No, it's nothing. Don't let it distress you, my dear. When men start talking about hunting, they are oblivious of everything, eh, Rainsford? Even beautiful women.
Well, won't you play for us?
Eric's a wizard at the piano.
I'm really not much at it.
Don't believe him, Mr. Rainsford. He's an artist, and a very accomplished one.
Very well, if you think you can stand it.
Now, Rainsford, you're really going to hear something.
Shall we sit by the window, Mr. Rainsford, and get some air?
Your sister's right, Robert. You're drinking entirely too much.
Sorry, Eric.
An amazing personality.
Don't trust him. Don't believe anything he tells you.
What do you mean?
There's something evil going on in this place. We're all prisoners.
Prisoners?
Keep your voice low, as though we were discussing something casual.
You mean he's preventing you from getting to the mainland?
Yes. There's nothing wrong with his launch. He lied about it needing repairs. Hear it coming and going in the night.
Perhaps he enjoys the company of two charming young people.
4 of us a week ago. The others have disappeared. One night after dinner, he took one of our sailors into the trophy room.
The guided door?
Yes. Last night, he took the other there. We haven't seen them since.
Have you asked him about them?
He says they've gone hunting.
Has he any other servants?
Yes, 2 men. One who cares for the dogs and another who patrols the beaches. We've watched every moment, day and night.
Be careful, he's looking at us.
Play some more, Eric. Play some more.
I'm afraid I'm boring, Mr. Rainsford.
Well, after all he's been through tonight, you can hardly expect him to concentrate.
My dear fellow, I've been most inconsiderate. Forgive me. Besides, it's 11 o'clock. Time for all of you to turn in. Freshke?
Every night we practice off to bed like bad children.
No, my dear. Charming children.
Oh, who wants to go to bed? Eric, you promised to show me the trophy room.
Yes, I did. But not now. Later.
Good night, Mr. Rainsford.
Good night.
Well, what do you think of her, Rainsford?
Miss Trowbridge is very interesting.
Exciting is a better word. It suggests a keener emotion. Remember the proverb of the Ugandi chieftains? Hunt first the enemy, then the woman.
But that's the savage's idea everywhere.
It applies to all of us. Only the savage is frank enough to admit it. First the hunt, then the kill, and then the woman. Only when you have experienced all that can you know complete ecstasy. Freshke's waiting for you. Good night.
Good night.
afraid to call or even knock.
What is it?
I need help. My brother's not in his room.
Are you sure?
I just looked and he's not there. I'm worried. Krieger's been planning something. Something about Bob and me.
Perhaps your brother could have wandered outside somewhere. He's been drinking.
He was only pretending.
Why?
Because he's frightened. He's gone, I tell you.
Where?
Where did the others go?
That door downstairs. I'll be with you in a minute.
Please hurry, Mr. Rainsford.
I'm coming.
You heard?
Yes. Heard it before out there at night. Perhaps this time it's my brother.
That's odd. It's unlocked.
Horrible. Oh, Bob.
What are you doing down here? You're frightened just this out of her wits.
I had to find out what's in this place. That's why I pretended to be plastered tonight, to throw Krieger off guard. After they left, I went to his room and I got this key.
Did you see what's on those shelves?
Yes, that's what he's planning for all of us.
What does that corridor lead to?
It's a dead end. That's where he keeps his dogs.
And down there?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to look.
Oh, there must be some way out of here.
We'll find out. Found the boathouse. We may as well face the facts. We're dealing with a maniac.
You mean that scar?
Yes, a homicidal maniac. To satisfy his obsession, he'd kill his best friend as quickly as his worst enemy. We've only one chance with a man like that. We've got to beat him to the punch. Where's he keep his guns?
You got me. You heard what he said about hunting with bow and arrow. If he has any guns, he must keep them locked up somewhere.
At least we know where he keeps his launch.
Yes, but you can't get to the boathouse from the outside. I've tried.
No bars here. I wonder why.
This was his room. He gave it up for me.
Generous of him. But perhaps lucky for us. What's Krieger's daily routine?
Oh, sometimes he takes me to the lagoon swimming to sober me up, he says. But he always brings Carib along to watch me.
Tomorrow morning, act as though you have a hangover. Get him to take you to the lagoon and keep him there as long as possible. Have you got a knife?
Only this. It isn't much of a weapon.
It's good enough for what I want.
What are you going to do?
Lay traps in his jungle. He thinks he has us cornered, but he may find out how it feels to be trapped himself. With Krieger out of the way, the others may not be too difficult.
Good luck.
Thanks, I'll need it. Oh, one other thing. In case I don't get back by morning, try and prevent anyone from looking into my room, understand?
Good morning, Fleshky.
Good morning, Mr. Trowbridge.
Is breakfast ready yet?
Yes, miss. I will call Mr. Rainsford.
Well, would you mind serving my coffee first?
Bob! Come back! Come back, Bob, you hear? Harriet, go get him.
Thank you. Fleshky. I'm positively famished this morning. I'd like some scrambled eggs and orange juice, buttered toast, marmalade, and perhaps some bacon.
Yes, miss. Is that all?
Yes, I think so. Fleshky, these eggs are overdone.
Oh, we're done? Why do you not wish me to wait, Mr. Rainsford?
It doesn't matter to me.
And why are you frightened?
I'm not.
You have not seen him?
No.
Not since last night?
See here, what are you driving at?
I see how you look at him last night.
How dare you talk to me like that? I'll report you to Mr. Krieger. You're insolent.
Yeah. Go on and report me. But this time I find out why he is not down.
the matter, Miss Trowbridge?
Pleshke was insulting.
What's wrong?
Rainsford has not come down. Every time I start to call him, she stops me. She must have some reason.
Go on with your work.
Jawohl.
Did you have a good swim?
The water was just right.
What kept you so long?
That's what I was wondering. Why are you so concerned about Rainsford?
Well, after all he went through last night, don't you think he should be allowed to rest?
8 hours are enough for anyone. And why did you delay me at the lagoon?
I didn't.
Your brother is a very clumsy liar.
Isn't Rainsford back yet?
No.
Rainsford. Rainsford.
What is it? Oh, good morning.
Forgive my intrusion.
Of course.
Did you sleep well?
Heck, did.
My guests always do.
I could sleep forever. What time is it?
Time for breakfast, Rainsford. Please hurry down.
Good morning, Miss Trowbridge.
Good morning.
Where's your brother?
He's upstairs taking a shower. He went swimming this morning.
Oh.
I know how you men hate feminine conversations at breakfast, so if you'll just...
Not at all, my dear. Please stay.
You know, I'm very anxious to see this island of yours by daylight. There must be many interesting trails to explore. Won't you show me around?
Not this morning. I'm afraid Miss Trowbridge will have to entertain you.
You seem worried.
I am. Last night, this started bothering me again. It recurs more frequently. I've been to many doctors, but only Pleshke can give me a relief. If I'm to hunt tonight, he must help me now, and then I must rest. If you will excuse me.
Why, of course.
Pleshke.
He's going hunting again tonight. You know what that means.
Your brother, or possibly myself.
The look in his eyes. It's frightening. What are we going to do?
I've got to get him out there alone, somehow.
Come in.
I was worried about you. I do hope you're feeling better.
Yes, a little fatigued, that's all.
Can I speak to you alone?
You may go.
Very good, sir.
I couldn't very well say what was on my mind in front of Miss Trowbridge.
Oh?
Did you have a good hunt last night?
My game was frightened and witless. It ran straight to a dead end. I'm always annoyed at a stupid quarry. It upsets me for days.
I know exactly how you feel.
I wonder if you do. Or are you guessing?
Not at all. I know what your most dangerous game is.
Yes? Well, suppose you tell me.
You hunt human beings.
Well?
Krieger, you're a genius. I could never have devised such a unique game. I congratulate you.
Really, Rainsford? I was afraid you might have some romantic notions about the value of human life.
Oh, nonsense.
Let me tell you, Rainsford. There is no game in the world can compare with it for a moment. At last, I found something against which to pit my brain as well as my skill. Something truly exciting, thrillingly competitive.
And what a perfect setting for your purpose. Jungles with a maze of trails right off the beaten path. It's only unfortunate you have to depend on chance shipwrecks for your quarry.
I never leave anything as important as that to chance, Rainsford.
You mean you...
It's so simple to move the lights in the channel. Sailors, thinking they are in deep water, suddenly find their ships smashed against my coral reefs.
So that's how you do it.
Yes. I remembered the old German legend of the Lorelei, who lured sailors to destruction in the Rhine. It was as simple as that.
But if they're drowned, surely you defeat your own purpose.
Not at all. Only those powerful enough to swim to shore make fit game, don't you see?
How very ingenious.
You and I are strong, Rainsford. And life is for the strong, to be lived by the strong. The weaklings of this world were put here to give us pleasure, to die for us if need be.
But how'd you get your man to take to the trail?
I suggest to him that we go hunting. I give him an excellent hunting knife and a good start. I follow, armed only with bow and arrows. You see, I want him to have a good chance to defeat me. He must, above all things, be dangerous. If he eludes me until dawn, he is the victor.
But suppose he refuses to be hunted?
After seeing my trophy room, my guest invariably accepts my invitation.
And if he wins?
The date I have not lost.
My dear Krieger, it's a privilege to meet a man of your daring imagination.
I like you, Rainsford. You and I think alike. In fact, you're the only man I've ever met who shares my opinions. I'm going to accord you a courtesy I have given to no other living man. Will you accept the privileges of my preserve?
I consider it a great honor.
Good. You shall join me tonight. Young Trowbridge may not be the gamest quarry in the world, but he'll do.
Is he at all fit?
He's in better shape than you'd believe. He almost got away from me this morning. I must clip his wings or lose him.
Until tonight, then.
Until tonight.
How'd it go?
Even better than I'd hoped. I have Krieger's complete confidence. Now, hold on to yourself, and don't go overboard at what I've got to tell you. I'm going hunting with him tonight.
But he'll kill you just as he did the others.
I said with him, not against him.
Hunting? Whom?
Your brother. Don't worry. When I get Krieger out in that jungle, the hunt will be short, and the victim won't be your brother.
Here, Krieger, come with me. I warned you. He wasn't in his room. They were protecting him. This man is dangerous. Kill him now.
No, Pleshki. I have other plans for Mr. Rainsford.
It's time. All right. Now, let's go over it again. Listen carefully. When Krieger tries to separate you, don't make a scene. Go quietly to your room and stay there.
All right.
And when he turns you loose in the jungle, head fast for the lagoon and stay there. I'll walk him straight into a trap.
Yes, but no one has ever beaten Krieger.
Bob, you've got to pull yourself together. You too, Miss Trowbridge, while you're shaking like a leaf.
I can't help it. So much depends on you. So much can happen in the next hour.
Now, buck up. And above all, be natural. Those faces are a dead giveaway. He'd know something was up.
Yes. You're right.
That's the stuff. Just relax and everything will be all right. Talking of lion stories, I remember once in British East Africa,
Rainsford. It just occurred to me. You can't possibly hunt in those clothes. I've had Pleshki lay out others for you.
Oh, thanks. I won't be long.
Please don't. We're a little late already. Miss Trowbridge?
Good night, Mr. Krieger. Bob, are you coming?
Oh, Bob, you haven't finished your drink.
I'll just wait until Rainsford comes down.
All right.
Good night, Miss Trowbridge.
Good night.
sure you want to finish that drink, Bob?
What do you mean, Eric?
Don't you know? It'll be a long time before you see Rainsford again, Bob.
Kelly!
Carib?
Isn't Rainsford going with you?
Not tonight.
Who is?
You. You alone.
I won't hunt with you. I won't be hunted down like an animal.
I think you will. You've always wanted to see my trophy room, Bob. Now you shall.
Oh. I won't go, I tell you.
Come, Bob. Come with me.
No. I won't go, I tell you. I won't go.
Guard the door from the outside until we come back.
Jawohl.
Krieger knows. Save Ellen. Save her.
Look out for my dog. He's a man killer. Auf Wiedersehen.
He's caught on to our plan somehow.
Where's Bob?
He took him into the jungle with him. I saw him through my window.
Bob!
Miss Trowbridge!
Bob!
Wait!
Bob!
Wait, Miss Trowbridge, wait!
Bob!
Stop it,
Let
Ellen.
me go. You'll
Stop.
kill him.
Ellen, please. Please.
Don't move here, Rainsford. Now, Krieger, come quickly.
How did they get in here?
I don't know. I heard the boatman came down and found him here.
Where's Bob?
He met with a most unfortunate accident.
You killed him. You've killed my brother.
He had his chance. He was a weakling. You're better off without him.
Bob never hurt anyone in his life. Only a madman would do a thing like this.
You think I'm insane.
I know it. Anyone who takes half-drowned men for wrecks, drives them out to be hunted is insane. Scar, it hurts you, doesn't it? That's because you're mad.
I wouldn't have believed anyone as lovely as you could be so unpleasant.
I'd kill him if I could.
I'm bitterly disappointed in you, Rainsford. I thought as great hunters we had a common bond.
You, a hunter, tracking down a helpless man who didn't know a jungle from a drawing room.
Oh, you're wrong, Rainsford. Really you are. Bob did better than you'd believe. He gave me quite a chase, even tried to swim the lagoon.
And you have the nerve to call yourself a sportsman. You wouldn't dare hunt anyone who had half a chance against you.
What do you mean?
Why don't you play your dangerous game with me?
I'm saving you for last.
You're a bluff, Krieger. You won't hunt me. You don't dare.
You shall see. Tomorrow night.
Hedging, eh? I thought you would.
It's my game. I make the rules.
You mean you stack the deck? No Krieger tonight. Oh, not at all.
A few hours in this room will change your mind, I think. Have you looked? Have you seen what's in this room?
Yes, but your trophies won't frighten me into running as they did your other victims. Too bad, isn't it?
Rainsford, you're becoming extremely unpleasant.
The trouble with you is you want all the odds. You have no real nerve. You're just a braggart. You wouldn't dare match your brain against my brain, your skill against mine.
You think not? The sun doesn't rise until 10 after 5.
10 after 5. Time enough to prove how good you are. Or how bad.
Very well, Rainsford. You asked for it. It shall be now.
I'm going with you.
As you wish. One does not kill the female animal. I can easily recapture her alive. Of course, I have no proper clothes for her. I'm afraid she'll be quite a handicap to you.
I'll accept that handicap. Let's go.
Rainsford, I'm going to be more generous than you'd believe. If I don't find you by sunrise, I shall return you to the mainland. Both of you, upon my honor.
Your honor.
Here are your claws and fangs. I shall give you 10 minutes. And now may I suggest that you go? A good start is everything. Good luck, my friends. I advise you to avoid Fog Hollow. Whenever my game is foolish enough to hide there, I am forced to use the dogs.
Here it is.
What?
One of the traps I built last night, a Malay deadfall. Careful. Don't come any closer. It's a man-killing device. One of the Malayan natives taught me how to build it.
Well, how does it work?
The slightest touch on this vine, and that mahogany log will come crashing down and kill any living thing beneath it. Well, we're ready for him. Let him come. Careful now. Watch your step.
Feel as though we're trapped in here. Suppose the deadfall misses him and he comes in after us.
I only hope he does.
Come on out, Rainsford. This must be very distressing to Miss Trowbridge. Why prolong it? I'll not bungle this shot. You won't even feel it. Surely you don't think anybody who has hunted jaguar would follow you into that cave? Very well, Rainsford. Since you choose to play the jaguar, I shall have to hunt you like one. And not with the bow.
Do you think he's really gone?
I can't tell. He's playing with us like a cat with a mouse. We'd better take a chance.
Perhaps he won't come back.
Oh, he'll be back all right, and with a high-powered rifle. We've got to get out of here, and fast.
Get him behind here. Quick, keep down. That must be Fog Hollow.
Fog Hollow. That's a swamp where he caught the others. We'll never keep ahead of him there.
That's what he thinks.
But he has a rifle.
And we have the fog to hide us. Let's go.
Very good, Rainsford. You've made my rifle useless in the fog. I warned you to keep out of the swamp. You wouldn't take my advice. Now you have only yourself to blame for the consequences. The fog may blind my eyes, but my dogs will follow your scent.
Keep your nerve.
Run, Rainsford, run! Give them a good chase! Let's see how far you can get now! Cut around the swamp. I'll wait for the dogs.
I can't go any further.
You must.
minutes after 5.
Only 2 minutes to sunrise. We almost made it.
Rainsford, I congratulate you. You've beaten me.
Not yet.
Oh, yes, you have. Why, you're not even wounded.
You hit the dog, not me. I took a chance and went over with him.
Admirable, my dear Rainsford. Admirable. And then you very cleverly doubled back to the last place I would expect to find you, my own house.
Exactly.
My dear fellow, you've given me a superb night. One that I shall never forget. Naturally, you are free to leave at any time with Miss Trowbridge. Here's the key to the trophy room.
Krieger, you're the hunted now, and I'm the hunter. How does it feel?